They say love can be stronger than death, but no one ever told what happens when death falls in love and comes back. If you want to hear more romantic and scary stories from Sada Zone, please subscribe, like, and comment. It was a cold, misty night. Maryam had just arrived in a small village near a dark, silent lake. She had left the city to find inspiration for her new book and rented a wooden cabin close to the forest and the water. That first night, when she pulled the curtains aside, she saw the shadow of a man sitting on a bench by the lake, staring into the water. The next day in the village, she saw him again. His name was Kamran, a tall young man with dark hair and sad, mysterious eyes. Slowly, conversations began between them. Kamran was calm, gentle, but always carried a hidden sorrow in his gaze. Maryam didn't know why, but her heart warmed to him immediately. Days passed, and their meetings grew longer. Maryam realized she was falling in love. But whenever she asked about his past or his family, Kamran turned silent or quickly changed the subject. One stormy night, with thunder shaking the sky, she found him again by the lake. His clothes were soaked, but he had a faint, bitter smile. Maryam walked closer and asked, "Why are you always so sad?" Without looking at her, Kamran whispered, "Maryam, this isn't a place where you should see me. I don't belong to this world." Her heart sank. "What do you mean?" Kamran finally turned to her. "I died here, in this lake, years ago." At first, Maryam thought he was joking, but when he touched her hand, a bone-freezing chill rushed through her body as if she had touched solid ice. She pulled back in fear. "No, this isn't possible. You're alive. You're talking to me." Kamran's voice trembled. "I'm not alive, but my love for life, and now, maybe for you, has kept me here." Maryam's mind spun. She should have run, but her heart refused. A forbidden love had been born between a living woman and a restless spirit. From that night, everything changed. Strange sounds haunted Maryam's cabin. Footsteps echoed on the porch at midnight. Curtains swayed without wind. Mirrors fogged up, and words appeared on them. "Stay away from him." One night, in the pitch darkness, a piercing scream rang in her ears. When she turned on the lamp, she saw blood smeared on the wall. "Leave this love or pay with your life." Terrified, Maryam still couldn't let Kamran go. The next day, she went to an old villager and asked about Kamran. The man's eyes widened with fear. "Child, run away. 20 years ago, Kamran drowned here with his fiancée, but his spirit never found peace. Any woman who loves him is cursed. 3 strangers before you, none of them left this village alive." Maryam's hands shook. "You mean I'm next?" The old man only whispered, "If you stay, he will drag you into the depths with him." That night, Maryam decided to end it. She stood by the lake and shouted, "Kamran, I know the truth. You must go. You must rest." A thick fog rolled over the water. Kamran stepped out of it, but now his eyes glowed red. His voice rumbled like a storm. "No, Maryam, you are mine. If you won't stay with me, no one else will ever have you." The lake boiled and churned. His cold hands reached for her. Maryam screamed, "I love you, but I can't die." Suddenly, everything went black. She felt herself being pulled into the icy depths, her breath stolen by the lake. The next morning, villagers gathered by the shore. All they found was Maryam's notebook floating on the water. On the last page, her handwriting read, "Our love is eternal. Kamran and I now belong to the lake." Maryam was never seen again, but to this day, on misty nights, travelers say they see two shadows on that bench by the lake, hand in hand, staring into the dark water.